Good morning officially. This is going to be documenting a pretty normal Sunday in our life as Mennonites. We live in Sarasota, Florida if you're new, and if you're not new, welcome back to the channel. Going to church this morning. Our Sunday school starts at 9:30 and church services starts at around 10:30 or so. And I don't know how much I'll film there. I'll try to do a little bit, but with 4 kids, it can be a little chaotic. She definitely keeps you busy. I'm not sure how the nap situation is gonna work out this morning. She's used to taking a nap around 8:30 or 9. And so sometimes that timing can be a little interesting. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm ready to go. It's 10 till 8. I'll brush my teeth yet. Here's Jackson. Bit of a bedhead yet so far. Okay. I'm gonna start some lunch prep, and Caden had asked for Haystacks earlier this week. I thought, you know what, that might be something I could do on Sunday. So I prepped the hamburger part yesterday. I just need to add some stuff to it, and then I'll just do like a really easy minute rice when we get home, because I'm not the biggest expert on regular rice, plus if you're gone. So sometimes we go out to eat, sometimes we have just carry out or leftovers or whatever. Sometimes I do make stuff, sometimes I do crock pot things. So it's a bit of a trial and error, but I guess that just goes with this season of life. So I'm gonna try and prep a few things if I have time. I also need to get the diaper bag packed and Oakland's little backpack done. She goes to Sunday school for the Sunday school period, which is fun for her. She just started since she's like 3. That's typically when our church does it. So if you're not familiar with it, I've gotten the question like, what type of Mennonite are we? There's so many different types of Mennonites and Amish. I grew up Amish, and there's lots of different varieties of Amish as well. I grew up in Ohio. As far as us specifically here in Florida, we are like an unaffiliated Mennonite church. So there's a lot of variety. Plus in the wintertime, there are a ton of snowbirds and tourists visiting, so our church for sure doubles in size, if not more. It's kind of a weird dynamic, I guess, with living in Sarasota, where there's just a lot of visitors. So winter times are definitely just a lot busier, and it's maybe a little harder to see your own church folks, to be honest. And that is part of the reason why there's actually a church social tonight for those of us who want to come just to gather, fellowship. Said bring a savory and a sweet snack. So that's what I'm going to be doing for tonight. So that's a little recap. I might fill you in more. You can hear there's a lot of background noise going on in our bedroom in there. So Nick is in there and they're just all having a good time. So
shout of praise. Oh, there's only one name. We lift up a shout. We lift up a shout. Oh, together we sing. We lift up a shout.
she had a little nap, little tiny one. All right, not too bad. Leaving for church.
Discuss this together. Job is an interesting story. The author is unknown. It's considered probably the oldest book in the Bible. It does not mention any of the patriarchs. What we do know about him is the Bible says here that he was blameless, he was just and upright, he had suffered a great deal. It depends on how you translate some of the Hebrew, but in
is about right here in sinless perfection, and the rest of us are somehow down here. But if you will, look with me what he says. Victorious soldier of the cross. He goes and he says...
Okay, we are out of church. I'm waiting on Nick. Almost, we're one of the last to leave, which often happens if we don't have to be somewhere afterward. Harper's about at the end, I think, although she's happy at the moment. She did not sleep through church, which I knew she probably wouldn't. We're hungry, and I realized I need Doritos for the Haystacks, so we're gonna stop the gas station quick and get some, because you can't have Haystacks without Doritos. So anyway, church is always an interesting time. I usually feel like with this stage, with the little ones, it's just like, it can feel almost like exhausting by the end of the service. Just like wrangling them. Now it helps for Oakland. She's occupied at least through Sunday school. We don't have like a daycare or children's church or whatever like that, which I'm fine with. That's kind of the way I grew up. We sat through 3-hour services as Amish kids. Here it's only 2 hours and stuff. But anyway, so it just, certain stages are just a lot more intense when they're crawling and wanting to get around and all of that, but you can always take them out and, you know, let them crawl around and stuff like that. So definitely had to do that today. So I know it's worth it. It just, some days you feel like, what's the point? But I do know that in the end, it's never worthless or pointless to take kids to church. It's important, and I am thankful that we have this ability to still go to church and worship God and all of that. So we're home. I'm getting lunch prepped, and Nick is changing Harper. If you see this shelving unit here and you're wondering what is going on, we're working on their pantry. So we're putting cabinets in, and we have to wait on countertops.
God for this day. Thank you for beautiful weather outside, wonderful church service. Just thank you for this food. Help us be thankful for all the blessings that you give to us each day. Through this holiday.
Do you have everything on there, babe?
So this is, I guess, an Amish cultural thing. We call it haystacks, just because, you know, it grows into a pile, I guess. You just layer all these different ingredients on.
There's no hay in it.
No hay or alfalfa. Cheese sauce, chips, Doritos, a hamburger sauce, kind of like has taco seasoning and stuff in it, chili beans, and then rice, lettuce, tomatoes. Those are saltine crackers. It's very yummy. It's just kind of a lot of little things. So I will leave the recipe written out in the description box for you. You can find it there if you're interested in it. Okay, so the house is quiet at this point. Oakland is in bed. She's not asleep yet. The boys are outside playing with neighbor friends. Nick is relaxing, Harper's asleep, and this afternoon, hopefully, will be just a time of like resting and just relaxing. If we do go to the social tonight, I think we are, but I would need to make some food for that. But I'll wait a little bit on that once. And in the meantime, I'm gonna make some iced coffee. You know me. And I make it with maple, half and half, and 2 shots of espresso. So it's an iced maple breve. But I also want to take this time to thank Walnut Creek Foods for sponsoring the video today. I am grateful to be working with them. They are based in Holmes County, which is kind of a big hub for Amish and Mennonites of all flavors. They have a line of food products that they manufacture or package, ship out to places. They do bulk foods. They have delis, meats, and cheeses. I've talked about them so often in the past already. If you're following me, you know all of this by now. So thank you all for just supporting their business and also just my channel by watching my videos and shopping through their website using my link, which is Lynette, for a 10% off your online order. There are stores that carry Walnut Creek Foods products. So we have numerous ones down here that carry their products, and there's also places that they ship to in the United States, a lot of states actually. So you can look for their stuff in stores. I grew up using their products, and they just have a lot of good stuff. And so if you don't have stores near you, definitely go check them out online. You can order quite a bit online, not everything, but you know, some things at least. So make sure you use my discount code, and I will let you know if I use more of their stuff today, just to kind of like point it out some things. I used their cheddar cheese dip this morning to add to my cheese sauce. I didn't want to use that just by itself. It's pretty rich. It's like just more like a dip for, I don't know, chips or something. So I wanted more of a normal cheese sauce, but with a little bit of cheddar flavor to it. So it worked out well. So yeah, I appreciate them, and hopefully you guys will as well. Okay, so I'm back inside. That iced coffee did not last long enough, gotta say. I was sitting on the patio for a while, and I'm gonna bake the bars that I wanna take for tonight. I'm supposed to take a sweet thing and a savory thing, so I'm gonna do bars, and then also it's like a layered taco dip, I guess. So gonna get that started. Forgot to get olives yesterday when I was grocery shopping for the dip for tonight. So I'm quickly going on Pinterest, and I found a crock pot. I think it's called crack corn. You know, like that crack chicken dip, or like stuff you put on sandwiches. This is that idea. It's like a cream cheese with corn, jalapenos, cheese, different things like that. Sour cream, I think. put it in a crock pot, and then you serve it with chips. So it's sort of the same idea, but it's gonna be warm, and I think I should have enough time. It's like 2 hours or so, so I think I'm quickly gonna put it in the crock pot and take it warm. Harp has been awake for a little while. What's that? Aww. Hi. Did you give up on me? Did you? You matched your crib. Let me go shut the white noise off, okay? It's actually really good. Hey boys, we're leaving. Okay, we're back home. It's a little after 9. We had a good evening, good food, good fellowship, and I didn't really take much footage at all. So I'm giving Harper a bath here in the sink in the laundry room. So she was kind of crawling around. I tried to keep her off the floor as much as you can, but this stage is really hard to do that. The crawling and everything, you know. So I'm gonna give her a good bath and get her to bed. What are you doing? It's a good little sink, isn't it? Oh, is that so fun? Oh boy. So what do you guys do when you're with your friends?
Play football.
Is that what you did?
Kind of for a little bit.
Kind of for a little bit. You kind of played football.
No, I did.
Are you ready for school?
No,
Why not?
cause
You need to go wash your Sonic hair.
your mom.
Over and out.
Your mom.
Alright. Okay, I gotta get Herps out. Alright, I still need to get this all cleaned up. And there's a few things to pick up over here. And I'm waiting to put Oakland to bed. Harper was still pretty wound up, even though she was very tired. She kind of got a second wind after her bath, I think. So I'm gonna clean up and call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a pretty typical Sunday, although we don't always have Sunday evening things like at church, but a lot of times we're either here or doing something with family. But I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you go check out Walnut Creek in the description box. And if you're ever in Holmes County, make sure you go check out Walnut Creek Cheese. They have 2 locations there in Berlin and Walnut Creek. So go check out the description box and use my discount code online, yada yada, you know the drill. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye.